All right, we're 2 days into the pullback. Basically, 2 into the pullback, held to 50, retraced a little bit at the end of the day, rising volume from yesterday. So we did see the selling gap down and continued. And I think if you look on a lower time frame, you could see if we did a Fibonacci retracement that we didn't get 50% yet. So 50% would be right here. So we didn't get 50% into the move. So it's still looking to be to the downside currently. Again, we haven't seen a trend. The bias would be towards the long side because of the weekly, but you can definitely see that we're just in congestion. Again, that fake breakout, like I said before, fake breakout. Again, I wanted to see a lower high or breakout, give me a lower high, at least dance above this level and continue up, but it didn't do that. So it rolled over and then continued to roll over. I'm being very cautious right now, taking shorts because I want to make sure I get good entries because I'm not looking to day trade stuff. I'm looking to hold stuff, and it's been a hard environment to do so because it seems like every other day it's bipolar. It's one day is up, one day is down. If you can see, one day kind of up, came down, gap down, came up, gap down, came up, gap down, went down, gapped up, went up, probably came back down. Then, I mean, this is just this price action. Gap down, went up, came down, gapped. It didn't gap at all. Went up, came down, came back up, gapped up. Now we look like we're running. Came down, gapped down. That's a lot of action going on in the past couple of days, and it can be frustrating for those that are not able to sit on their hands. And those even for scalping, it's just like, wow, you just really want to take your profit all as quick as possible because you're just like, I don't know what the hell is going on because we're not trending. So you got the QQQ, you got that 10 below the 50, continuing, and it's closing below the 10. MACD is, it could be curling to the downside, increased volume to the downside. Let's see what we see on the lower time. We could use this just for the retracement. It's fine. I rarely am looking at the 5-minute because I don't like how hairy it is regarding the price action, but it got to the 50% point twice and then came back over. So we want to see how it looks tomorrow, what the futures will be bringing for us. We got the Russell continuing the down channel. Again, let's look at IWM, see if we got some volume. Increase in volume to the downside. Again, you got a hammer formation that, if you're looking to play off of these levels, but I don't like double bottoms. I think that they never hold. So I'm very cautious. So what you could say is that maybe you had a bottom here and a false breakout, but then I don't really want to play that either. So you got this action right here. So you see these two and you're going to hear a lot of double bottom calling out. I think that those never hold, and I think they'll push it down more. Or they're going to flash it out. All the breakout traders are going to get stuck, and then they'll push it up higher. So just be very, very careful regarding that. Dow Jones is now cleared back. I mean, we got above it, now cleared back below it. So again, we're back in no man's land, even though we do have these higher lows in place. So we just have to really make sure that we understand what's going on. But the false breakout, again, this is why I've kind of stopped using the breakouts, because again, I told you there was a ton of orders up here on a lot of different names, and I think they just took them out and they're going to squeeze them and maybe take them up higher. So let's see how this price action goes. But again, this is it's definitely about a 1.5% retracement, so it's not crazy, but it is under the 10. You do have, it looks like a bearish MACD crossover, and you got increase in volume to the downside. So we have to see how this one plays out. Apple, you do have a lower high. I'm not going to call a head and shoulder. I'm going to say this is a lower high. This is a lower high than this. I'm not looking at a head and shoulders or anything like that, but we want to see how this one gets, because it closed down low at the end of the day. So we see that we have basically this pattern coming in that's sliding and may slide back to the downside, but we'll see how it opens tomorrow and continue, because if it gives something below this, it could be a good, if you manage risk, could be a good entry for that one. You got Priceline. Priceline. You got Priceline continuing its downtrend, but you have let's see if it could break above this candle, as weird as it might sound for those that you are aggressive because of this potential higher low pivot. So we want to see how that one works out as well. You got Amazon. I wanted a short. I should have probably held a short yesterday, but I didn't. I covered because of all the news, and I knew I wasn't going to be able to trade in the morning. I had some stuff I had to do, so we'll see how this one plays out. Again, looking at these, you can see it's pretty much gone down, and this could just be a retracement for more downside. So we want to see if any of these lows can hold and go from there. I did look at Netflix as well. Want to see if it can continue to roll to the downside, but we'll see how it looks. Basically, for it has a lot of indecision, but want to see if where is it going to break up or break below for tomorrow. We got Facebook actually is looking a little bit weaker, and again, I just see these lower highs in place. Again, this is a sloppy ass move right here. Look, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, or it's just you have no higher lows, no lower highs of a consistent trend, like coming up, or going down. This is just, I mean, the bears are definitely in more control right here because of the lower highs, but this is one that you need to be very, very careful with playing. And I'll just keep it at that. Quite honestly, I don't want to get too much, but I'll do Google one last time. Again, we want to see how this one's going to play out. If this is going to now be something that is going to continue, and it's increased, the retracement's only 2 days, so we'll see how this one works out. And kind of just go from there. But again, there's that concern of holding stuff overnight because it's been that type of environment. So just be careful. Take care.